Prepare for war. That is what we're hearing from U.S. intelligence, that the United States is just 3 weeks away from getting into the middle of another war. At the same time, the war between Russia and Ukraine is only ramping up. At the same time that the United States has been threatened by Iran, North Korea, Russia, and China. Right now, the U.S. is in the middle of a potential world war. So I'm going to break down what's going on, what just happened the other day between the U.S. Chief and also the Russian chief as well. Break down what was said and why tensions at this time are actually higher than we've ever seen before. So I'm going to break all that down in just a moment. But all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So obviously it's never good when we are discussing another war. And it doesn't have to only include the United States, even if it includes other countries. Just look at this. This is what the United States is predicting. U.S. intel indicates war between Israel and Hezbollah is inching closer. This is according to the State Department. They said this just the other day. Now, what's troubling about all this is that the U.S. is predicting that we will see another war with Hezbollah in the next few weeks if a Gaza ceasefire isn't reached. Well, here's what you need to understand about that. The problem is that there will likely not be a ceasefire in Gaza. And so there will be a war with Hezbollah. Now, here's the issue, and this is one of the reasons why the United States has been put on high alert, is because there are sleeper cells within the U.S. of Hezbollah. Okay? Hezbollah has people here in the United States that are just waiting, just being patient for the right time to potentially attack. This is one of the reasons why the FBI has been saying for over a year that tensions are extremely high. We need to be vigilant and we need to say something if we see something. The Department of Homeland Security, the exact same. They've been warning people for over a year. Now, it's not just Israel and Hezbollah. It's also Russia. Look at this. Vladimir Putin sparks World War III fears as a diplomat warns use of weapons on the agenda. We have been somewhat fearful of what Vladimir Putin is about to do. One of the reasons why is because his health is a factor. Vladimir Putin is likely not going to be around in the next 10 to 15 years. And because of that, experts believe he is trying to make a statement. And if he's on his way out, he is going to make the statement of his lifetime. That's concerning because, as this diplomat warns, there will be use of weapons. Now, the problem that we're facing is that the United States and Russia haven't talked for quite a while. Well, this is now over because they did have a discussion just the other day. Now, the reason why, again, I'm bringing this to your attention is because Russia has said that they're open to dialogue with the United States. That's according to the Kremlin. It says President Putin recently signed a defense agreement with North Korea, said he might reconsider Russia's doctrine on nuclear weapon use. Now, if this happens, okay. But what we need to understand is that if the United States and Russia are not talking, that's where there's going to be issues. There's going to be miscommunication or a miscalculation of some kind. Well, look at this article. It says Ukraine war briefing. U.S. and Russian defense chiefs speak amid recent rise in tensions. It says the conversation between Lloyd Austin and Andrei Belousov was the first such call in over a year. What we know on day 854. Keep in mind that Russia was going to invade Ukraine, and some people said this is going to last maybe 30 to 60 days. Others said, oh, this could probably be, anywhere between 4 to 8 months. A few people said, oh, it's going to last a year. Nobody thought we were coming up on 3 years. Nobody expected that. That is the problem. But the United States and Russia have not discussed much. Now they're discussing a potential war, a regional war, or potentially a world war. This is why I'm telling you to prepare for war, because this is exactly what many U.S. Intelligence officers are saying, is that it's going to happen. And it's going to include the U.S. Because even if it's just Israel and Hezbollah, Russia and Ukraine, the United States is going to jump in. The United States will always have some part of this because of all the allies that we have. We're going to send assistance, we're going to send weapons, we're going to sanction other countries, or, and hopefully we don't, but we could send troops and put U.S. troops on the ground to fight against Russian soldiers or Hezbollah. If that happens, well, it's going to be devastating, but one of the reasons why it would be very devastating is because we don't have the current numbers in the U.S. military that we once did. Well, is this one of the reasons why the U.S. House passed a bill to include or to require that men age 18 to 26 are automatically registered for selective service? And is this why Democrats came out and wanted to ensure that women have the exact same right, and they too, between 18 and 26, have to and are automatically registered with selective service? Potentially, but we don't know. Look at this. It says Russian military expert suggests Kremlin plans nuclear strikes on U.S. ships. This was about a week ago. The problem that we're facing, again, is that Russia continues to threaten the United States. All it takes is it go from a threat to action, and then again, we will be in a world war. Now, I personally don't believe we are headed towards a massive world war, because I don't think Russia, China, and the United States at this time have what it takes to survive and thrive from a world war. The entire world would be devastated. But would any of these countries benefit from a world war? The answer is no. Russia wouldn't benefit by attacking the United States. The U.S. isn't going to benefit by attacking Russia or China, and China is not going to benefit. So why would we jump into a world war? Well, the thing is, it will likely be a regional war. And I heard something just the other day from Senator Lindsey Graham. He was very open, and he said the reason why we're in Ukraine is because we are trying to protect the valuable minerals. A lot of this is gold and other stuff we use for electric vehicles. Well, this is the reason why we're in Ukraine. This is the reason why we don't want Russia to pretty much control Ukraine, is because we lose all these minerals. We lose all this. And that would potentially make China our biggest threat. Not Russia, China. Because China is going to give stuff to Russia, try to win over Ukraine. And guess what? Russia likely has to give all that stuff to China so that they can go and build with it. So, we're going to see what happens moving forward. The only thing I can tell you right now is experts are telling us to prepare for war. It may not be here in the U.S., but we still need to prepare. So, as soon as we get more information on that, I promise I will bring you all the latest news and updates. But as of today, that is what we know. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.